Welcome to DGA Live. How's your Friday going? And are we live? Yeah, we're live. Once you get in here, say hi. My name's Tyler. We're going to hang out. We're going to let a few people get in here first. And then we will get started. Probably a shorter stream today, maybe. I don't know. It's hard to plan for these things. I try not to pigeonhole. What does that mean? By the way, what's a pigeonhole? Let's start things off with a little anecdote. Since nobody's in here yet, you can watch this back later. You'll see what you missed. You need to be ready for the first part of these streams because that's where all the best anecdotes happen. When I went to a little church in Kansas when I was a child, and one of the attic fan type things, like a hole got knocked out of it. A board fell out of some old attic fan vent above this church, and it got infested with pigeons. Hundreds of pigeons. And we couldn't have church in there anymore because it was so loud in the sanctuary, just constantly, but it was like, and like we had the Southern Baptist pastor who'd try and make jokes about it, you know, and even at the age of 7, I knew that. Anyway, so one night my dad volunteers to take care of it. Thanks, Doc. And he says, we're going to get out there. So we got gunny sacks, and me and my 3 brothers at the time, we got up in there, and apparently you can catch pigeons a lot like you catch frogs. If any of you ever gone bullfrogging, where you sneak up on them, you shine the flashlight in their eyes, and it kind of stuns them for a second, and then you grab them. Apparently pigeons are the same way. Who knew? So we caught a lot of pigeons and stuffed them in gunny sacks and then took them out and ate them. Just kidding. That's not. We took them to our house and tried to domesticate them, but that's a whole other story. 2 of us did fall through the ceiling that night. Not all the way through, but our legs where you're not stepping on the beam and you fall through the plaster. So fixed the pigeon problem and created a ceiling problem. Go figure. Anyway, what I was saying was I don't want to pigeonhole myself. And that made me think of that story. Because I was wondering where the phrase pigeonhole comes from. Don't want to pigeon myself into saying it's going to be a short stream, because who knows? We might be here for days. But also I have kind of one main piece of information to share with you. And then I wanted to mention Matt Bell, who is at the Music City Open right now. Yeah, he had a killer back 9. I wasn't watching the back 9. I got busy with work. I was kind of tuned in for the front 9. I had it up on a separate screen. And I think he was even through what I was watching on the front 9. And then he got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 birdies in a row, then par, then another birdie. So he had 7 birdies on 8 holes on the back 9. So killer way to close it out. Brought him back up into the top 50. So he is still there at 4 under. So what way to go, Matt. Matt was 10th in national tour points, if you saw, after the last thing. All right, special guest. You'll be able to hear me in a second when I bring you in. Oh, but this is the one you need to see. Yeah. Okay, here we go. All right. We got a special guest today, and you'll be able to in a second, I promise. Just wait. Special guest today, and it is none other than DGA's general manager, Mr. Scott Kesey, my boss and yours. Scott Kesey. How's it going, Scott? Thanks for here. I can fix that. Oh, you still can't hear me. Wait, you still can't hear me? Oh no. How about now? Hang on, I can do this. I can fix this. I can hear you. I can hear you fine. So there's that. What about this? Does that fix anything? There we go. There we go. There we go. See, I'm getting the hang of this software.
Yeah, you're good.
Do you need
I
me
figured
to?
I'd jump in now to save people from more pigeon stories.
I
So,
had several. So
hey,
we could have lasted. We could have lasted for a while. Nice hat, by the way.
hey, thanks. Same to you.
They were like really
We're
Twinkies
matching.
today.
Yeah.
Do you have this one?
No,
Ah,
I have a Vulcan shirt on. Sorry,
I
I'm not
can.
all DGA'd out today.
I can fix this, by the way. I had to kind of guess where it would be
Yeah,
bringing you
like
in at.
move this way a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah, I got you. I got all.
Yeah,
Where are you gonna sit? Where you want to be, right?
about here. Right
Oh,
about
that's way too far.
right about
Okay,
here.
I'll go all the way over.
Wow, we're
Okay,
killing
and
this
I'm
so
just gonna.
far. Perfect.
Really? Oh, you mean like, yeah, that we're not. I
Yeah.
was like, I think it's been pretty awkward, honestly. Doc, the box is here. You got to behave. No more spamming our PO box with hate mail.
Or what was it? A dragon? Oh, yeah.
I wish I had a bleep sound effect. I could just like blur out.
No, he
Doc.
actually sent like a cute little dragon. It
Oh
was neat.
yeah, yeah,
Like a
yeah,
little, it's like an iguana. Bearded dragon? Is that what it's called? Yeah, one of those. It
yeah.
was nice.
Expensive gift. Thanks, Doc. Appreciate that. Dandridge also has some pigeon stories. All right. Well, I think we're past
And
those.
and good chicken stories, I'm sure too. If
Uh,
Dandridge is listening, I'm bummed I'm missing the dinner he's planning for Lake Casitas next weekend. Looks amazing.
what are you
Uh,
serving, Dandridge? Let us know.
fresh pasta, homemade pasta, I heard. He's usually gonna have some really good wine, I'm guessing.
Yeah,
All
because
that.
he's like works for a winery or something in Napa Valley, which is like the world's best wine of the best wines.
Yeah, like a distributor or something like that. I can't remember exactly. I should know. Sorry, Danridge.
He stomps his own grapes. That's what I heard.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Well, it's a casual Friday, Scott, so I figured we could
It
just take
is
this
casual Friday. Yeah, we've already talked
opportunity.
about that.
It's just you, me,
Take it
Doc, and
easy on each other a little bit more than we do Monday through Thursday. And less harsh tones and stuff with each other, right?
well,
Something
I
like
was
that.
well, I was actually gonna say as long as it's just like the four of us here, like maybe we should just get my quarterly review out of the way.
Yeah.
Just like if there's things that
It could get awkward. It could get awkward really quick. Yeah.
is there anything good? I mean, maybe we should just skip all the bad stuff for the live stream because the good stuff should take a lot less time. Like, would you like me to keep making more? I can't even think of anything myself, honestly.
More
Live streams,
stuff.
more live streams
Yeah.
like this.
More live stream stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey,
More of
Zach's here.
that. What's up, Zach?
Okay, all right, sounds good. So more live streams, and you like the Twitter awards, the DGA awards Twitter campaign.
Yeah, it's usually when I haven't heard from you for like multiple hours throughout a day. Throughout the course of a day, I'm like going, uh-oh, what could he be doing? And then you just kind of start like combing around different social media platforms, and usually you could kind of start figuring out where you're at.
Do you
And
go
yesterday
straight to
was definitely,
Twitter?
yeah.
Twitter's like the
And
number
see if he's
one.
over here today. And oh, here he is.
Right.
Here he is. Yeah.
Oh, he's
The
in a disc.
DGA one. That was good. That was good. I liked it.
He's in a discgolfcoursereview.com forum today. That took me a long time to dig that one up. He was active
Yeah.
over there. Eric, what's up? We're doing great. I've got Scott Kesey on. the general manager of DGA. I am the marketing manager of DGA, so we're kind of on the same sort of
Yeah.
similar,
Yeah, for
both
sure.
managers, you
Yeah.
know.
Manage stuff, things.
Mine's a little more specialized, yours is a little more
Is it general?
sort gen,
As
yeah, so gen, and so mine's kind of actually maybe but overall, we're both managers and
basically the same.
I'm not going to try and like put a hierarchy on it.
No.
Caesar in the chat. All right, we're
That's
getting
Caesar.
some momentum here. Well, we're going to talk
What am
about.
why am I here? What am I here for again today?
I was really hoping I
I
could.
dropped like 3 meetings just to come on here. I'm not sure why.
I was really hoping I could bait you into saying something nice about me on the live stream that then I could then, use later when I'm in trouble.
Good, huh? That'd be good.
Didn't
Man,
work. It's
probably not gonna happen.
If I can't
I
even think
said
of
all
something.
said all those to you earlier today. I can't, too much in one day. It's not good.
What you are here for is we are going to announce a new product today. And if you are subscribed to the PDGA's Disc Golfer magazine, you may have already seen this thing. But before you tell people what it is, do you think you could tell us about, because you've been working on this for years. Well, months.
Well,
A
yeah.
couple
Well,
months.
this current version may be part of this year, but I mean, working on a product kind of like this for a number of years, different versions of it, I guess.
And
Got pretty far down the road with one version and then scrapped it for one reason or another, and then yeah, so we're finally close. So that's good.
I'm going to put you on this other little screen right here, and then let's just show the people. Does anybody have any guesses? What do you think it is? Oh, it's already in the thumbnail, isn't it? You don't get any awards if you guess it, people. But he likes to think that they're special. You can guess stuff that I've already shown him.
I think
Sorry.
Zach already knows. I'm gonna go on a limb and say Zach already knows.
Zach says, I've already announced this. That's true. Like, we
Yeah.
really didn't even need to be here today.
But why are we even here? Zach had.
Bobby the cat is in the chat. He wants to
Bobby!
know what the big news is. Eric Springer loves the DGA marketing. Now, if I could fix the problem between my shoulders, the discs have been amazing lately. What does that mean? You have like a
We're
herniated disc or something,
We're
Eric?
really close on that product too.
Wow.
We're really close on
Amazing.
fixing between your shoulders and yeah,
The benign
above your
tumor
neck.
that I have in my spine, you can help with that? All right, so here we go. Okay, so announcing the DGA Traverse.
Ooh,
Look how we
wow.
slid down. Look at that.
I hadn't even seen the bag yet. I just saw the way you and I just kind of
Yeah,
made
we're
our
just
way to
like-
the bottom. I was amazed by that.
All day. I could do that all day. I won't.
Wow, those are neat looking. Wow, that's my first time seeing those.
Okay, we can't pick the same one because we're wearing the same hat. So on the count of three, let's you and me, we're gonna say the one that we're gonna start off back because obviously we'll probably cycle through all three. But ready? 1, 2, 3. The middle one.
Bubba Fett.
Oh no. Okay, well I said it first.
Yeah. I kind of knew you were going to say that, so I wanted to try to jump all over it. Well, they're all really striking. I like them all. Probably, the what we're calling the floral one or palms one. I don't know if we've come to an official name on it yet, but that's probably
What do you guys think?
it's probably
Let
going
us
to be a
know.
hot seller. Everyone who's seen it so far has been a really big fan of it, so I think we did a pretty good job.
Even
that
Zach
colors.
earlier, he said that bag with the palm trees is pretty fire.
Yeah, it's a good description. Thanks, Zach.
Although I would appreciate you refrain from referring to any Californian companies with fire.
Yeah, it's
That's-
fires, Zach. Yeah,
Really,
it's,
Zach?
too close to home, Zach. But I understand you don't have that problem out there, but we do. It's for real.
Oh, pretty says Doc. Interesting to put the putters on the side. Thank you. There's also a putter pocket on the top. You got all kinds of
Yeah.
options. Give it to me, says Ben. Yes, it does, Zach. Yes, two pockets on the top.
Yeah, and I have one of them here where I can
Oh,
kind of try to walk
let me.
through a little bit if we
Yeah.
want to.
You know what? Let me
Um,
switch to a bigger. Well, let me go back to this one for sure. And then let me, while you're showing them, let me try and work on a full screen version of you so that we can see more of you.
okay. Do you want me to go ahead and start or you want me to wait?
Absolutely. Go for it.
So here is the floral design of the, oh shoot, I'm going the wrong direction, of the reverse light. And as you can see, yes, there are two pockets on the top. They're kind of, oh, wow, there we go.
There you go.
We're calling this top one here a top putter pocket, but I'm sure everyone will kind of use these pockets as they design. Um, Me personally, this one down here, I would rather not use for putters, even though it's bigger and can hold a lot of putters. But if I'm wearing a sweatshirt or something like that, something I don't want to get dirty, I don't want to use the same pocket as I would put putters in because putters obviously get dirty. So to me, I'd probably use this as just a storage compartment. Um, and then this one here can easily fit in two putters in here. But we obviously realize people sometimes like to carry more, so that's where this pocket on the side came in, where it's kind of it's elastic style material, so it can easily fit two, maybe three discs down this side. So it doesn't have to be for putters. It could be for just other extra discs, but having it outside the bag definitely makes it somewhat handy. So you have, you know, what would be considered a putter pocket, a storage pocket, and another pocket here on the side. And then over on this side, you have yet another pocket here that you could put either your phone in or something that you want to have easy access to. You got a drink holder there. And then another pocket up here that you could put more valuables in, something you want to make sure doesn't fall out, your keys, stuff like that. So plenty of storage on
What's
it.
that little strap on this side, right by your left hand there?
Oh, this one? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah. So this is like if you want, so you could obviously put like a stool leg down here and run it up through here to have a stool compartment. This has got a clip on it, so you can easily open it up and close it. You can also use this for an umbrella if you want. You can drop your umbrella down into this pocket and run it up through here. So just something to strap things onto the side of the bag. And then on the other side, there's a mirroring pocket like this as well
Nice.
up here. And then, oh yeah, there's a pocket in front, another pocket, forgot. Another pocket right down in the front here for scorecards,
That was asked
minis,
in the
whatever.
chat. Is that front panel actually turn into a pocket too? And yes, it does.
Yes, it does. So that is a pocket. It's kind of tight, but that's good for smaller items, like I said, like a scorecard, which people don't really use anymore. It sounds like.
Oh, it's got a middle. Oh, it's got a
And,
place for discs in
oh
the
yeah,
middle.
that too.
Okay,
We almost forgot that,
that's the biggest.
but we at the last minute we've realized we can put discs in it too. But yeah, I mean it's a fairly traditional design. I'm sure people have seen other things quite similar to it out there on the market. But we wanted to put our own flair on it, obviously with the colorways, adding extra pockets on the top, and then I think we all kind of agreed that just having this added storage for discs on the side was something we all wanted too. So pretty excited about it. We
Can you
don't
show
have a
us?
release date, huh?
Can you hold it? Can you show us that middle divider there? Because that's not something that you see.
This?
Yeah, see, I'm gonna like that because you don't always have, I don't know what it would be, 15, 18 discs, to fill it all out. Maybe you've got kind of a go bag. You got 12, 14 discs
Right.
you throw in there. It's nice to have a little spacer.
Right. Yeah, it definitely helps keep the shape of the bag in and helps separate it. Runs has nice structure from front to back. Kind of gives it shape. Obviously, having discs in there will help that as well. But it's a stout little bag. Nice weatherproofing bottom to it, so if it gets wet, it's not going to soak up stuff. And we've all been testing it and taking it out on rounds and playing around with it. And yeah, it's super lightweight. It's obviously not your top of the line competition style bag, but neither will be the price point. I mean, we're still working out the details on that. It's going to be really affordable. We'll have some more information on that soon.
I'm thinking
But
two
super
hundred
light
and
on the back.
fifty dollars. What do
Yeah,
you
somewhere
think?
in that ball.
And then I
Yeah,
could
sure.
maybe just whatever profits if I could get like a, I don't know, 30% commission off that.
We'll work out those details
Okay,
offline.
yeah, probably
Okay.
better not to do that online.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, we're excited about it. Like I said, we've been wanting some sort of we consider it like an entry level backpack style bag. We've wanted something like that for a while, and finally started pulling the trigger on it earlier this year. And I think we kind of came to a design we all like pretty quickly. Um, this is the only final prototype that we have. I have a couple of the what we're calling internally the Boba Fett. I don't think we'll be able to call it that once we get to launch.
Here,
I'm
I'll put
sure
those back up on the screen real fast so
so
people
Disney
can
won't
see.
like that too much if we do that. But yeah, we just that green and yellow and orange with the orange pulls colorway. It definitely had a very Boba Fett kind of feel to it. So that's what we've been calling it internally. And then obviously people like, you know, just solid black and something like that. It's obviously a little more what would be considered safe, but it's also very neutral. And historically, those type of things, are well received. So yeah, I think for launch, I think we've come up with three different colorways that people will hopefully really like, and we're excited to get them going. Our hope is to have them land before the holidays, so people can get them for their disc golf friends and family over the holidays. But we're kind of at the mercy of the shipping lines these days. So they have, from what I understood, they have shipped. If they're not on the water now, they'll be on the water soon. But from there, we're just not exactly sure when they'll land here at DGA. But our hopes is before the holidays. So
Got a couple questions coming in, a couple comments. Looks very nice. Eric wants to know, is that middle divider in the main compartment, is that removable?
yeah, it's attached in there via Velcro on three sides, the front and the back and the bottom. So you can, if it's something you didn't want in there, you can easily take it out.
Awesome. Zach says it definitely looks super nice for an entry level bag. I like entry level bags because I overfill my bags. My back will appreciate it. Black and gray, Earth, and Laguna Sunset. Eric's trying to help us with some naming.
Ooh, yo, Eric.
You don't get a finder's
Right.
fee if we use those, Eric. They're public
Right.
domain now. Smart color choices. A lot of people like classic black, but some people like to have something that stands out.
Yeah, and what we're calling the floral print, obviously us being, a coastal company, it definitely, I think a lot of us here internally see a lot of that type of stuff in our daily lives, and it's kind of cool to be able to bring that into what we do for disc golf. And it was kind of, you were part of that process, Tyler, when we were looking at all these. I mean, just to make your, eyes cross, looking at all the different floral type of patterns that we were and having fun with that. And it was kind of cool how we all just kind of landed on this one, like, that's really cool. And it's, even though it's got colors that would be considered feminine, it's in no way I would consider it that way. I think it's something that definitely anyone would use, and the rounds I've taken it out to De La Viega just for some casual rounds, like all the my guy friends that I play with regularly, they're already wanting one. So
Yeah.
I thought that was a good sign. But yeah, it's fun. It's definitely fun. It's definitely got a throwback vibe to it from like the '80s or something like that too.
It's
Oh man,
striking.
my
Yeah.
yeah.
I definitely feel like I was surprised by how, because I do remember the meeting where everybody was kind of drawn to that pattern, and I'm surprised how close. I mean, how it's like that's the pattern that's on the, we'd
Right.
never done a backpack before, and so I wasn't really sure how translating a digital print, turning that into a piece of fabric, how that would work. And yeah, it's
No,
just
yeah, it was new for all of us, and I think how well they hit the actual pattern that we chose, I think gives us encouragement for having fun with different patterns down the road.
it's an eye catcher for sure, says Eric. Zippers you can, oh nice. There
Does anyone have? I was wondering if anyone has any thought, like, does everyone know how to pronounce the name of it? I mean, that's something I always kind of enjoy, like finding out if people can understand what the TRVRS stands for.
we've only said it once at the top of the stream, so
Right.
hopefully we'll see how people can respond. Any chance the new DGA shirt designs with the palm trees? Oh, this one. Palm trees and the sunset style hats. I'm modeling. Will be available in a dry fit style at some point. Good call, Zach. That would be cool. A dry fit palm tee.
Yeah, I
Interesting.
would say it's definitely a possibility. I think it always kind of depends on the popularity of what we've already done with that. If we see that there's like a particular design that we've gotten positive feedback on, we've definitely used that same design on other garments. Like I remember our original sketch design. You've worn what we call the Sketch 2.0. Um, I remember with the original design we did from our older logo, basket logo. That was really popular when we first released it, and so we did some hoodies with it and stuff like that. Um, we're getting ready with the Essence tee, right? I guess we can kind of tease that
Yeah.
coming. That Essence tee design is going to be on a hoodie before winter here. So yeah, I could see that being a possibility. I guess that we can now make the connection that the artwork on that shirt you're wearing, Tyler, does it look kind of familiar?
Here, hang on. Let me get us back to this. See that? Does that look like anything
So
you've seen
yeah,
recently?
yeah. Guess we like that so much we decided to put it on a shirt too. So it's fun.
Traverse, the Tyler versus Spend Bag, Triveros, or is it Terverse? Oh man,
Or if you ask Trevor, it's just Trevor's. It's
Trevor's.
Trevor's bag. Yeah.
I think
I think that
Eric
was the
nailed
first
it.
thing he thought. He's like, yeah, Trevor's bag. That's it's Trevor's bag. I'm like, oh yeah, I
Trevor's.
didn't think of
No, this is officially the Traverse. Eric, you got it. I'm assuming that's what you mean in that spelling. The DGA Traverse Light backpack, and we're excited to have this out. I am actually really excited about this, and I think I say that every week when we have a new product. I do. I have the AX4, and I like so often I'm not on a championship level course, and I'm just like, I really want to have a bag that has about 18 discs, Like I've got the starter bag where I can put 8 discs in there, and that's great if you want a really stripped down round, but sometimes, it's just like I think 12 to 18 would be kind of a sweet spot for like a, smaller bag. And so I've been looking
yeah.
for something like this for a while, so it's cool that we're
I
doing it.
definitely noticed the difference in the weight when I'm carrying this as opposed to my other bag. It's definitely lighter weight. Um, and it packs down really small. I mean, as far as like shipping and shipping cost, it packs down almost flat. So hopefully we'll be able to ship them, for much less than like something that requires you to ship it, as is. So That'll be good.
Great.
And the
Great.
Traverse name was actually was the one thing that carried over from the previous bag designs that we were working on. We really kind of landed on this Traverse and this logo and this naming convention, and we really loved it. And so it was kind of like, well, let's use it for this bag, and maybe down the line there's a Traverse, medium or a Traverse Pro or something like that, where maybe we can continue using this Traverse branding and utilize it into other bag designs. But that's kind of the hope. But we'll start with this. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about it.
Well, nice work, Scott. You really did a good thing there. You should take the rest of the week
Cool. Can I
off.
take the rest of the week off? I'm gonna get
Oh, hey, by the way, I'm gone Monday, so
Oh,
you're gonna need to
I heard it
probably
here first.
sell some Traverse bags on your own. Good
We'll hold
luck.
down the fort with. I think we got this without you. You need a break too, Tyler.
Check Twitter though, because that's I might
Yeah,
still be
right.
there. You never really know.
Right. Right.
Uh, Before we let you go, can you tell us what DGA discs that you're throwing right now or that you're vibing with? I know you make it up to Daylaw semi regularly. You lucky son of a bleep. Uh, but what any new things in your bag? Any old standbys you've had for years that you just love?
I'm absolutely loving the SP Rift. It's pretty much spot on what I wanted it to be. Um, love the Rift in general, but I was hoping that it would be a little just a tick beefier, and it is. At least the one I'm throwing is. I'm sure there's varying degrees of that. I have the ability to kind of hand pick, obviously whatever comes in here, but um, I found some that this one that was, it had very little sparkle in it. I don't think that makes any difference, but it just, you see it and you feel it and you're like, okay. And that thing has just been money so far. Loving that. I picked up also this most recent run of SP Squalls that I found yet another one. I don't know why I keep going for ones with less sparkle in it, but maybe it's just because it's kind of an oddity. And I'm liking that a lot too. It's definitely had a little bit more beef to it. Um, yeah. Have you thrown it?
I haven't actually. I've just been looking at it. It's so
Yeah,
pretty.
they're fun to look at, but they're more fun to throw, I've found.
I'll take you
Yeah.
up on that.
So yeah, I've been a squall thrower since day one. I mean, if I had to, I always say like if I had to, there's a massive earthquake and I can run out of my house with just grabbing my family in one disc, what would I grab? It would be a squall for sure. It's just so versatile. You really can play a one disc round pretty easily with that disc and shape shots. So and it's unique. There's really not a whole lot like it out there. So I think you know everyone should be trying a squall for sure. Um, I mean, tempests. I got a first flight hurricane that's been in my bag forever. I got an SP torrent that I'm really liking. Three different pipelines. I got a tour series. I got a pro line, and I got one of those Estonia SP Flex ones.
Of the
That's definitely a
pipeline?
little bit beef. Yeah.
I have one of those too.
Probably shouldn't mention that here because I know they're kind of hard to find. Sorry,
You
everybody.
can get them. You got to do a little sleuthing, but
Yeah,
they're around.
right. Um, I switched over, so I was a reef thrower forever. Um, just this year, I kind of committed to switching over putting with steadies, and this year's I really like. I was throwing the 2019 Matt Bells. I had one of those in my bag with a 2020, which was stiffer. Um, but this year's definitely like right in between,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm really liking the field. And it was we worked with Matt over the last few years of trying to hit this perfect stiffness, and he's loving it, and I'm like, oh wow, yeah, this is exactly the way I like them to feel too. It's kind of cool. I mean, everyone likes this different feel to their putters, and I think that's great. This one's definitely working for me, and I've made the switch and committed to it. I mean, I don't know if my putting's gotten a lot better, but it's definitely, I'm feeling more confident on certain lines and in certain conditions. Um, so yeah, I think that's. I mean, I'm sure I've missed a disc in there too. I like a D line breaker that I bust out every once in a while. It's the only breaker I have, but it's. I really like the D
Are
lines.
you throwing that off the
I'll
tee, or
be
you?
working on more of those soon. Just so everyone knows, we know people are wanting to see more of those, and we're definitely gonna have those coming down the pipeline. I don't know exactly where they're at in production. Um,
Doc wants to know: have you tried an ice steady for short tunnel shots off the tee? Found that today and love it, says Doc.
well, I'd love to find one too, Doc. I don't think we've made an ice steady. Maybe ice
Mm,
steady BL.
good
I think
call.
is probably what he's referring to.
Good call.
I do have one in the bag. I will admit that I don't throw it much. I'm not really a beadless thrower per se. I remember when we were prototyping the BL before we came out with it. I took it out for a round, and man, I was horrible trying to putt with it. And so I quickly realized that just being a reef thrower forever. I mean, the reef doesn't have a big bead on it, but it definitely has like a spot for my index finger that I trust. And so switching over to a steady with a bead, it wasn't that big of a transition to me. But there's something about a beadless. I just haven't committed to it, but it feels great. I hear nothing but positive feedback. Tyler, you talk about it quite a bit, and I've definitely been hearing other people online. I know it was kind of becoming a joke within our fan base about the ice BL, and we deserve all of all of the trash, not trash talk, but just giving us crap about it because it took so long to come out. But I hope what everything wanted it to be, what everyone wanted it to be. It sure seems like it is, and I think we're all pretty excited about it.
Yep. Yeah, it definitely was that driving, like premium putter that you could main as a driving putter. And I have
Right.
heard people putting with it, but I think almost everybody that I've seen posting reviews or videos of it, they're using it off the tee, which is super, super valuable.
Totally. Yeah.
Oh, speaking of, Jeff Goodspeed just jumped in the chat. It's like his ears are burning. Not a joke, a quest, says Jeff.
Yeah. No. 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 Thank you, Jeff. From me personally, you were. I would have to say you were definitely some of the motivation. It's like we got to get Jeff off of our back here, you know. But we know it was all playful. But yeah, COVID. I mean, it put a lot of plans on back burners for a while. And we're not out of the woods yet, but we're trying to get disc production going back, get it going again. And we've been seeing constant stuff coming out. I was just back at Discraft a week and a half ago, and they're working hard to try to get their production up and running, and totally understand their limitations. We just got to make sure we're doing everything we can to help them out, and they're doing everything they can to help us out. And they're currently running Rogues. We haven't run Rogues for a
Okay, I
while,
was going to
so
ask if you
skip
could
that here. I'll skip
tease the
that here.
next drop.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a bit since we've run some Rogues, and I think I wouldn't say, I hate to call it an underrated rogue mold. It has been in our lineup for quite a while, but man, you can't sleep on a Rogue. I think it's just such a great disc. I actually had taken my Rogue. I guess I forgot to mention I have a Rogue in my bag. I had actually taken the Rogue out for a bit when we first came out with the Pipeline. I kind of fell in love with the Pipeline, and I felt the Pipeline kind of took the place of that. I guess I was thinking that maybe it was the first couple I threw, and I had the Rogue out of my bag for a bit, and it was probably over a year, and I had one sitting in my office here, and I was, yeah, let me throw that back in, and started throwing it, and man, I don't know why I ever took that thing out of my bag. Just for straight tunnel shots. I mean, there's a couple really great uses for it out of De La, and I just trust it. And you get it on the right line, and that thing just goes straight. So excited to get some rogues going again. So that'll be fun. Pro line, we'll just start. We're to think that they're only going to be pro line this time around, but yeah.
We've got thousands of sales that we just got in, so those will be on discgolf.com soon. Sounds like
Yeah.
rogues are coming. And when you were talking about the difference between them and the pipeline, I feel like the Rogue for me, I can get these long sweeping hyzer shapes out of the Rogue that I
Uh-huh.
the pipeline I feel like is more that precision kind of surgical hitting these straight lines. But
Right.
the Rogue on a little bit of hyzer will do that like hyzer within a hyzer where it's flipping up and moving left, just kind of forever. Um, and I recently, my friend Ben, who did very good in his first round of the KC White Open, shout out to Ben. He throws the Rogue a lot, and so similar to you, I hadn't had one for a minute, and then I'm seeing him just absolutely annihilate this disc all over these Kansas City courses, and so I put the 2018 back in my bag as well.
Nice. Good job, Ben. How did Ben do today? Do we know? Did he finish up?
He sent me a text of his parked under the basket on hole one on a hole where I'm telling you, if I had done that, I would have probably called you. I mean, it would have been like best shot of my life sort of
Oh my gosh.
situation. It's like you'll never guess what just happened. And he said, this is a good way to start. Then he tripled the next hole, sadly, but then absolutely fought because there was 20 plus miles an hour wind out here today, and he's on the super open course. Fought a couple birdies back, and I think he ended up plus one. And Trevor Harbolt's in the chat. What's up, Trevor?
Trev?
Did you guys plan to wear the same hat? Kind of bougie. Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did, Trevor. Where's yours? You send a picture of what you got right now. Nah, I got to hang out with Trevor a couple weeks back up in Vermont. It was great to see you, brother.
Brian says the undertow and rogue combo is money. All right. I could see that.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Trevor, I miss you, dude. You've been so busy playing disc golf all the time, and you're over there. You're far away, so hopefully I
He's
get to
been
see you
living
when you
the
swing back through.
He's just been having a blast. Sounds like Maine treats him well got a good bunch of good friends up in Maine, and man, I mean, going out to Vermont, it was my third time out there, and I love to having a reason to go out there. Obviously, we were one of the sponsors of the event, which gave me the excuse to go out there. But man, Vermont's just beautiful, especially that time of year. It was a little early to have any color change, which I think the first year I went out there, there was already getting some of the color change, which was cool. And you don't really have that much out here on the West Coast. But no, it was good to hang out with Trevor and get to see him out on the road, and really stoked for what he's doing out there and supporting the brand for sure.
All right. Traverse backpack available this fall. I guess it is fall.
Yeah.
Available now this season.
No. Yeah.
Available this season.
We almost pulled this off until you started. You started throwing false news out there.
Hey, maybe it'll get people to the website. I mean, sure, they'll hate us, but they'll be on the website. So, and we've got sales in. We've got a handful of discs that we've restocked recently. So go to discgolf.com to check those out. Rogues are coming. There's other stuff coming too, but KG kind of leaked it a couple weeks ago.
What'd he say? What's
Well,
KG doing? Not paying attention.
am I
You
wrong?
ratting him out? Is this where you're officially ratting out KG for?
Now that he's not, yeah, now he's not around.
He's not even in the office today, so this is like the airing of grievances of KG
I'm like
live.
Dwight. Scott, while I have you, permission to fire KG. I think he mentioned tempests.
Well, if he did, he was accurate.
Okay,
I
okay.
think that's the next one in.
On the lineup.
Whether it's going up right after the Rogues, but I think as far as in our queue, I believe it's Tempest, which I'm excited about too, because we haven't run Tempest in a while. I know it's been even longer for the Torrent, And I know that's very sore subject with Tyler around the office. It's like no
There's a
one
lot
wants
of
to torrent, and everyone's like, "Oh, here goes Tyler.
listen. I'm
He'll
fine.
fall."
I'm not mad. There's just a lot of people who are wrong. I mean, like, and
Like
it's fine to be wrong. You know,
everybody in the office except
some
for
people think that the torrent isn't the greatest distance driver in the history of the world, and
it.
it's fine. It's America, and you can just have a crappy opinion about something. No big
Okay,
deal.
they take for sure. So yes, tempests are coming down down the production pipeline, and I don't can't remember what's after that. So even if you tried to pry it out of me, I wouldn't be able to tell you. But I will say, I mean, thanks everyone for support, especially through the struggles of getting product out to you. Understand that we hear it and we understand, and we're working our tails off over here to try to get things going. It's been a crazy year. I've been doing this for like 20 years, and I'm it just the ripples that COVID sent through everything we do is I keep getting hit with new crazy delays daily, it feels like. So we're working hard. We appreciate everyone's support, and yeah, that's a good way to sign off, right? Can I go
Yeah.
back to those 3 meetings I was supposed to be?
Yeah, I did want to mention though before you leave that video I was supposed to have done today. There was a shipping delay, and everything's
Yeah,
just so crazy right now with COVID.
the internet
Yeah,
superhighways
every
get packed. You can't
it's like
you
can't
can't upload it and send it over to me.
I
Yeah,
couldn't get those
packets,
data packets shipped
packets. Yeah, their packets aren't
to
flowing.
me. So sorry about
I read
that.
an article about that earlier today.
Okay,
So
yeah, not really my fault, but I just want to keep you updated. So thanks for your patience during this time.
sure, no problem, dude. Thank you, Tyler. Thank
Thanks
you,
for coming
everybody.
on,
Hold on.
Scott. See you around.
You're welcome. All right, bye,
All right,
everybody.
bye. All right, that was Mr. Seth Sean. Dang it. It'll come back to me. It'll come back to me when I get my 2 weeks email here in a few minutes. We have sales, Ed. That's right. Even 150 class ones. How about some 150 class Tempests? Interesting. You guys are funny. Doc, thank you. That took me too long. I messaged my friend. I should have queued that video up and showed it here. I messaged Disc Golf Luke, and we've done a couple disc golf trick shots back and forth. And I was like, is this your life? After like an hour, I sent him a couple bloopers where I probably hit the top and bottom of that Mach 7 5 or 6 times that first hour, and then had one that just caught about 3 chains on its way down on that crazy angle, but didn't stay in. I mean, it was feast or famine with that tree shot. The ricochet would either come straight back down, just like thud, or I'd miss the tree altogether. So the ones where like it was every about 3 where I'd hit with the putter at the right angle to even be remotely close to the basket. That was a rough one. I messaged Disc Golf Luke with a couple of the bloopers, and I was like, "Is this your life?" And he said, "No, it gets easier the more you do it." I took a break for lunch. I went back out. This was last Saturday, and it took me about another 45 minutes before it finally went in. And oh my gosh, that was hilarious. All right, $150 Hellfire for Bobby. Yeah, just get in your orders, guys. Jeff wants a Granite Steady BL. Doc wants an Ice Blowfly. Done, done, done. Okay, sounds good. I will get rolling on those. But like Scott said, thanks for being here. Thanks for your support. It's a fun way to end the week usually. Usually. There was that one time it was terrible. I would say I was going to be following my friend Ben and my other friend Allie around the KC Wide Open this week and watching them throw a couple DGA discs, but we're actually going to be out of town all week, and so I won't get to do that. But good luck to everybody playing in the Kansas City Wide Open. If you want to follow Matt Bell, who is playing in the Music City Open, you can go right here. udisclive.com has got all of his live score updates. He's finished his round for today, but there are another 2 rounds on that tournament. Trevor, what are you up to these days? Guys, if you haven't followed, you can click on his channel right there and follow him on YouTube. But if you haven't subbed to Trevor on Instagram and Facebook, you should. I love seeing Trevor's Insta stories coming through where he's just absolutely annihilating torrents, making huge step putts. Yep, there you go, Brian. Yep, Matt is there currently. Oh, that would be sick, Zach. You're playing an A tier in New Hampshire. Okay, awesome. Let's see. Let me drop that in the Bold PDGA. Now playing the Hollows Fall, excuse me, Classic. All right, there you go. Boom. There's Trevor's event. Harbolt Trevor on Instagram, Harbolt Trevor on Twitter. That's easy. Hey, what is it with me mentioning people and then they just show up in the chat? Okay, let me try this. So I was watching the Jomez coverage of Paul Macbeth playing at the Music City Open this morning. Wait for it. Wait for it. Luke, I was telling them about sending you the blooper from the first half of my trick shot and saying, like, is this your life? How do you do this? You said it in your text, you said it gets easier. I will say that after an hour of making 20-foot putts, they started to become automatic. I mean, at first it was like only every 3 or 4 times when I would make the first 2. So I'm not going to show the video, but we put something on TikTok where I made 2 20-foot putts and then I threw it up high and it hit off the trunk of a tree next to me and ricocheted into the Mach 7 that I was making those 20-foot putts from. And Luke, you still need to do that challenge. I still want to see you do it. But the first half hour, I mean, half the time I would miss one of the first 2 20-foot putts. So that's why doing it for that long, it actually turned into a situation where I'm like, oh, I feel really good about 20-foot putts now. So maybe if you're making trick shots, you could kind of trick yourself into becoming a good putter. Look for more sale Insta story. Yeah, Ed, thanks for posting those. I have been sharing them. I got to tell you a funny story. Ed, hopefully this doesn't embarrass you, but somebody messaged our account and said, you keep posting these stories of people getting these like hyzer release and hyzer finish flights with a sail. And like, what kind of sail do they have? Because mine always just flip over and roll into the ground. And I just message him back, you probably have a greater arm speed, and, it should be a good roller disc for you, or maybe something that you could power down on if that's happening. But the disc is consistent, but all kinds of people can throw it. You're on it. Okay. Just wanted to let it breathe. Nice. All right. All right. Well, I think that about does it for us. Again, if you missed this announcement at the top of the show, let me bring this back up here one more time. Coming soon, we will have the DGA Traverse backpack. We've got a bunch more discs in the store at discgolf.com, but we will have Rogues and maybe Tempests coming up soon, coming down the line. So get excited. All right, for DGA Disc Golf, I'm signing off. Have a great weekend. Be sure to throw some DGA discs at DGA baskets if possible this weekend. I just noticed. Wait a second. I haven't looked at the. Was this been this way the whole time? I'm just seeing the preview screen on YouTube. Is the little DGA icon just like perfectly covering my face? That's amazing. See you around, Trevor. It is. It's just like right on me. What are you going to do? All right. Peace out.